Peace to the guys and goddesses. I hope y'all can hear me. This is just gonna be a quick little channel message. I'm in my little, prayer closet where I come and I meditate and I talk to the Most High God and just connect with my higher self and with God and my ancestors and my angel guides, my spiritual team. And the message for today is forgiveness. Because I asked God, I said, what do I need to work on within myself today and all the other days to come? And I heard the Most High God say forgiveness. There's a lot of times where people do things to us and we think that we have forgiven them, but in reality we really just stuffed it down and just move forward. And then you don't realize that you didn't forgive them until the situation resurfaces again and then you get pissed off. You truly you're truly forgiving somebody when something could happen or this person could come around and you are no longer triggered by this person or triggered by the situation. I am realizing that I'm triggered by a lot of things that people have done to me in the past. So I have not really truly forgiven them. I've forgiven myself somewhat in a way, but in reality, if I haven't forgiven them, I really haven't forgiven myself. So today, the key word and the message today is about forgiveness. Forgiving yourself and forgiving others. Even if somebody don't want to admit to what they did. That's fine. Because a lot of times people don't want to admit what they did because they know they was wrong. And they're running from that part of themselves. But you have to face the part. You have to face yourself. You have to face the parts of yourself that you don't want to see. Because that's how you truly become who you're supposed to be. God knows everything that we have done, bro. We cannot run from nothing that we did. He sees all. She sees all. So whatever you feel like, you think that anybody feel like they did something to you, they want to lie and they want to tell lies and say they didn't do it and they don't know what you're talking about. That's fine, because God know, you know, and they know. But 222 on the phone, you can just forgive them. Just forgive them. Don't argue with them. Don't try to prove a point, because if you really sit there and look them in their eyes, they know that they did you wrong. But you cannot hold on to that. That's harboring resentment. That's going to block the flow of love. And like I always tell you, love is the highest frequency of all. You cannot operate out of hate, resentment, and any type of low vibrational energy and expect to be at peace within yourself, because with forgiveness comes peace, happiness, and joy. And if you hold on to what people have done to you in the past, you're going to hurt yourself. You're not hurting that person. You think you're hurting that person, but you're really hurting yourself. And you're really holding yourself back from your true potential and being who you really want to be. And moving on in your life and being successful and being really happy and truly happy. Because a lot of times people fake the funk, but you cannot fake the funk with God. God knows. You can fake it with yourself, but you can't fake it with God. 333 on the phone. You can't. You know what I'm saying? So forgive. Forgiveness is the key. Forgive yourself and forgive others and set yourself free. Heal yourself. Heal your heart. If somebody has did you wrong, heal your heart. And heal yourself. Forgiveness starts with healing. Healing is forgiveness. Forgiveness is a part of healing. You cannot be on a journey and say you healing and then you ain't forgiving nobody. So that's what I'm here to talk about right now, because that's what me and my spiritual parents was just chopping it up about. Forgiveness. Forgiving yourself. Forgiving people that have done you wrong. Your mom, your dad, your aunt, whoever. It's people that have stabbed us deep in the back. And there's some people that we gave another chance and they took the knife and twisted it. But forgiveness. And I know it's hard to really, really say that. Because it's like, damn, why do I gotta forgive them? You have to. 444 on a timestamp. It's a part of healing. You cannot be connected to God. You cannot say you're a chosen one and you walking around with resentment in your heart. God has forgiven us for the things that we have done. God has forgiven me. God has forgiven you. So we got to forgive. What if God was to look at us and say, I don't want to forgive you for what you've done? We would be like, well, it was a mistake. People make mistakes. And forgiveness does not mean reconcile. You can forgive somebody and you can love them with all of your heart, but you do not have to connect yourself back with them again. That's what people need to understand. Forgiveness don't mean just be letting them back into your frequency. Forgiveness means forgiving them and sending them love and light, praying for them and hoping that they find themselves and they face their true self, they face their dark side, they face their shadow, and one day that they will meet with their higher self and meet with the Most High God. It's just that simple. You can't force nobody to do nothing. You can't force nobody to see anything that you see. 555 on the top. It's all about change. When you change, the people around you change. When you elevate, the people around you start to envy the way that you are moving, the way that you elevate. And if you are moving up a rank, if you're going higher and higher in your spirituality and in your connection with God, and you have people that are stuck and are not facing who they truly are, then these people start to fall short. And then envy starts to surface around, and it's not even because of them. It's parts of them. They're not healing that part of them. So you can't blame nobody. You chose to heal yourself. You chose this journey. You can't force nobody to be on a journey. You got up and said that you're gonna do this. People have to get up and say, you know what, it's time for me to do this. You can't force nobody to do nothing they don't want to do, bro. For real. You can't force nobody to see what they did to you was wrong. A lot of us be dealing with narcissistic individuals. The narcissistic people don't admit when they're wrong. They gaslight you. They know that they're wrong, but they gaslight you. Okay? People be faking the funk, pretending like they happy, and they be miserable. Because they want to live a facade, a lie. But you better not do that. Whoever watching this, you better not do that shit. Face your true self. Face the dark. Face your shadow. Face the parts of yourself that most people run from. We all did wrong in our life. We all did fucked up shit. We all cheated on somebody before. We all lied on somebody before. We all gossiped before. But it's all about realizing it and facing it and saying, you know what? That was a part of me. That was a low vibrational part of me. I'm elevating. I'm evolving. I'm not doing that no more. Because it takes two to tango. One person ain't gossiping by themselves. It takes two to tango. Some of y'all people was gossiping about you, this and that and the third. You don't talk to them no more, whatever the case may be. Forgive them. Forgive them. Somebody did some shit to you, did behind your back, and you find out about it. Forgive them. Move forward. They did it. They're in the lower part of themselves. You were once operating in that frequency. Don't judge nobody. Come on now, Spirit. I hear you. Don't judge nobody, but move forward. Don't harbor that hate, that resentment in your heart, because that's gonna block you from really connecting with that's gonna block you from strengthening your connection with God and strengthening the connection within yourself. Because we all know that the kingdom of God is within ourselves. You gotta go from within. People are running from that. And you got to understand that it's something going on with them, why they're running from it. They don't want to face that part. They know they done some fucked up shit in their life. So they don't want to face that part. And they're afraid of going on this journey. Because when you do things, you have to close out your karmic cycles. When you start to face the truth about yourself, your journey may be a little bit more intense, depending on what you have done in your life. It doesn't matter, because the more you keep running, the more your karma, the more bigger your karmic cycle becomes. You can't run forever. One day you're gonna hit a brick wall. You're gonna have to look up in the mirror and say, you know what? I fucked up. I did some fucked up shit, and it's time for me to get it together. But for you, you gotta forgive them. You can't force them to see nothing that you trying to get them to see. You could speak, you could drop knowledge, you could say what you need to say, but in reality, son, you can't force somebody to do nothing until they're ready to do it. And all you need to do is just know when time comes, they're gonna hear your voice. They gonna feel you. Some of them gonna wish they had listened to you at the time that they did. But I don't know what nobody waiting for, because time is almost up. We don't know the time or the hour for real. 10:10 on the time. 10:10 on the time stamp. Yeah. Cycles are being closed out. New beginnings are coming in. The world is changing. And if you keep staying in the frequency that you're in, you are not gonna be like, remember, you gotta create you create your heaven. Hell is a state of mind. The negativity, fear. Fear is the enemy. A lot of people are in fear of facing themselves. That's their enemy. That's the enemy, stopping them from reaching their true full potential. And they don't even realize that. That's the enemy slowing you down. You are your worst enemy for real. So you're the enemy. You are. They are their worst enemy. They're slowing themselves down. Fear is an illusion. It's not real, bro. Because you could do, when you walk in with the Most High God, there should be no fear. When you are connected to God, whom should you fear? Whom should you be afraid? I'm just saying. All right, that's the message, y'all. Be yourself, free yourself, love yourself, connect with who you truly are. Face your fears, face your shadow self, and move forward and better yourself. It's 2023. What are you going to do for this year to transmute, to transition, and to be a better you? 1144 on the timestamp. Those are angel numbers. Every single number you hear me calling is angel numbers. Look them up. 1155 on the timestamp. Look it up. I love you guys. It's your girl, Citrine Ra. I'm out. Okay? Be sacred. Remember who you is and act like you know. I'm out. Peace.